Welcome to the MailwareMagic QuickStart tutorials. This section covers reports. From the main menu, you can click on the Reports tab to get to the Reports Center. Here you'll find about 100 pre-built reports. Some are very generic and they'll be on the top list, and you will be using some of those. And then there's some special ones just for magicians, mentalists, etc. that you'll really like. To start with, let's take a look at the basics. Here you'll see the reports with icons that you can use to preview the report, print it, edit it, or just get help on it and get a quick details about what the report does. So you'll get a lot of details. You get a preview of what the report looks like. This is the invoice, for example. And you can just browse through them and read all about them. You can also quickly get to a report for a certain type by filtering up by a customer, orders, etc. So if I just want to see order reports, I click this and it will shorten my list dramatically. I'll look at all reports for the moment. And you can go to groups. Orders are grouped in operation, label, management, etc. So these are operation reports like invoices and that sort of thing. Label reports are labels. So you can print out shipping labels, billing labels, that sort of thing. Management reports tell you how things are doing, how your ads are doing, what your sales are like, so you can get an idea of how you're doing money-wise. Export reports do things like export email addresses. Just click it to run it. It has instructions when you do it. You can export email addresses to use with services like Vertical Response, MailChimp, Constant Contact, etc. and do mass mailings. You can also export all your customer data, product data, etc. These are all pre-built for you. And then at this bottom section in the custom, we've built several Magic specific reports that you can use directly from this screen or sometimes from screens, and we've shown you this in other tutorials that are relevant to. For instance, from the product screen you can print that particular product's script, or you could print for a particular show all the scripts for that show, or the checklist of things to take with you, etc. You can go through these reports yourself. I'll show you some of them now. Contract report, if you click it, is a standard contract. We'll just use one of the orders. You can modify this to your heart's content by going to the layout page. And here in this section you can move fields around. You just drag them and move them where you want them. There's also a page designer, which is this icon right here. And from this, and you'll want to read the modifying reports tutorial for more details. From this you can place fields. For instance, if you want to drop your logo in, you can click this icon, drop it here, and it'll let you search for a bitmap to be your logo. And you'll want your logo to be the size that it's going to be on the item. You don't want to stretch it. So we recommend about 250 pixels wide. You can drag any number of other fields that are part of the report just by simply clicking on them and dragging them out and dropping them. If you've ever worked with Access, you'll recognize this layout. This is for advanced users. Most folks won't use this, but those who do will really enjoy it. You can put tables into the top section and link the tables by like fields, so order number to order number in this case. Then drag those fields down below to the columns. So you can add fields from our tables into your report and build your own reports. Again, please see the modifying reports tutorial for that. Perhaps a more useful thing for everyone is on any field you can create a filter. Just double click the column and choose a filter like is not equal to true, or you could say you want to do customer number 1. A nicer thing to do is you can go to, say, the order number field, and any field you can do this with. This one just makes more sense. Whatever you put in square brackets are next to the P. So if I say enter order number in square brackets, what happens is, and it's already there, so I'll erase it, that will automatically prompt you when you run the report. So you put that, you save it, and when you preview the report, it will prompt you for an order number, just like it did before. So that's how you create prompts in the reports. Again, most cases you're just going to be running them, but it's nice to know that we have those features. The form letter template is very similar to the template that we saw earlier for the email notification, if you watch that. If you want to print out form letters, you can. This will print them out to paper, PDF, fax, whatever you like, and you can have these be for all your customers. You can do it for a group of customers using that filter feature we saw before. Again, you just go to the layout page. We've already pre-built it, so you just click on the body here that you want to edit. This is a memo field, so you want to stretch this page designer out to about the same width as your actual letter so that you can work in it properly and don't have any word wrap issues. go to Customize, and there's a little tab down at the bottom, and this is where you type the body of your letter. So whatever it is that you're sending to your customers, be it a sales solicitation, notification of changes, or whatever that you're doing, type it here, and then any variables you put in square brackets. So if you want to say, Dear John, it would be square bracket, first name, square bracket. You can find those field names under Define Search. Here's the first name field, here's the last name field, it's under the gray. Those are the fields that you want to use to edit, or to input variables with. Once you've built your letter, and again you could add your logo to it like we saw earlier, you can put in a graphic here of your signature if you like. You can save it under a different name. So File, Save As, and it could be any name that you want. It's a form letter template, so just rename that to letter number 1 or letter of such and such a date. When you do that, the next time you open Mailware, you need to close Mailware to see this happen. The custom reports section will update and will automatically be part of the list. So all you have to do to run it is click it. It'll run that report, and you could have it print out letters to all your customers, or to, if you put a filter on there, it's a group of customers by date or whether they've ordered from you, that sort of thing. So a lot of flexibility with that for those of you who have the time to finagle with that a bit. Those are probably the more advanced things. Let's focus on some of the things everybody's going to be using. There's an inventory by category report, and this is a very commonly used report in Mailware for you because this is how you print out the inventory of all your stuff. It'll automatically break by category. It'll tell you the items that you have, what venues they work under, meaning close-up, stage, etc. Where it's located, if you have a rating, that'll be stated in there, how many quantity you have, the price you paid for it, and you can scroll through that and see all your stuff. This could be PDF or printed for friends or to post to the Magic Cafe or another forum as well. In addition to just doing inventory, we have a Magic for Sale report, and here you can show everything that you've marked with in the map field. If you look at the product screen, that's where you put the price you want to sell it for. You may have a curtain backdrop that you paid $1,000 for, or that retails $1,000. You want to sell it for $750. The description automatically is placed here, and the URL, the web link, is there. And again, this could be uploaded for sale purposes, or you could just use it for reference when you're typing in a posting somewhere to sell your product. There's also product labels. If you really want to be anal about keeping track of all your stuff, you can print out labels and put it right on it, so everything that you own can have a label. There's venue reports. If you want to see all your close-up stuff, it will prompt you, and let's say you want to see all your Magic close-up stuff. Uppercase does matter, and it will print out a report very similar to the one we saw before, but everything that has a close-up, and it may also have other options, but close-up is the key. So you have a lot of different ways to manage your items. We've seen some of these other reports on other screens, but they're handy here. Like here's your Magic scripts. So this would be a page per effect, and it would be every effect that has a script associated with it. We've got some dummy ones in here for you. So you can always print out and look at all your scripts. They have times on them. When you do a script for a show, which is usually done from the product screen, when you do it for this particular show, it will tally up the total time of your show. So it's a great one to have handy. And another one I like a lot is the card label. And you could create your own of this as well. This automatically prints out a paper page you can cut into strips, wrap around card decks. If you have multiples, it will show all of them here. And it will print out the name of the deck on the face, nice little spine one on the side and one on the back. And then you can slide that paper sleeve off so that it looks like an ordinary deck to your specs. So if you feel like playing with the report writer, you could also consider making these kind of things for any other effects that you might want to label. But for cards, it's especially useful. There is a help file up to the very top. If you click help here, this will tell you how to modify and make your own reports for those of you who are so inclined. I would go through these first 3, and you'll have a very good foundation for creating your own reports. Again, as you do, they'll automatically show up in the custom section, so you don't have to worry about looking for them. It's also possible to add reports to the screen, and this is probably not something we'll cover here, but it's in that modifying reports tutorial. but just to show you quickly, if you're on a particular screen like inventory, you can add reports to the pull down here, and you can make reports that look up for a specific product. So that's the report writer and some of the details about it. Please remember to join our forums too and share reports with each other. You can also order them from us. Thank you.